Texas A&M are really looks like they're going to score. They look like they're going to tie the game up. Miami, yeah, Miami right now. They look like they're willing, but Texas A&M. It is second and goal right now from about the 3 yard line or so. This is a good ass game right now. Drops back. Look like. Oh, he broke it up. Oh wow, look like he got a concussion. Oh, he is laid out. Oh, he is out. Yeah, he definitely out. Yeah, he knocked the fuck out. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, he is out. But this is a good ass game. Yeah, they better pull out some smelling sauce or something, but because he is out. Doing the replay right now. Oh, he dropped the ball too, but yeah, I don't see what really happened right there. Yeah, it looked like his teammate immediately called a timeout, but it looked like it may have been helmet to helmet. Yeah, helmet to helmet. I don't know if they're gonna get kicked out of it. It looked like it was helmet to helmet to him. But he is up. He is running off the field. Good God Almighty, what a collision! I guess this is exactly why they put that rule. I mean, I know why they put that rule in there, but it looks like, yeah, Mohamed Toure. Yeah, he is gone. Why they let him run off the field like that? Yeah, but he is out of here. He is out. But it's like it's still third and goal for Texas A&M. I know it's going to be 2 strikes. They can't go for a field goal right here. They got to go for the gusto right here on 4th down. About 40 minutes, 28 seconds, 10-3 Miami. But we're going to see right now. I think they're like the 4 yard line, 4 or 5 yard line. He drops back, throws to the end zone. Oh, he picked it off. Wow. Look like Miami gonna hold on to win with 24 seconds left. What a terrible pass. Wow, Texas A&M had a good fucking year offensively all year. They had a good game in the last couple of games for Texas A&M. They just cannot get it going. And it looks like Miami is going to go into the next round of the college football playoff. But what a finish of that game. Yeah, Miami, yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites coming in, but jeez. I don't know what he was thinking on that pass. That's just a bad throw. Yeah, I see what he didn't put enough on that. He should have really threw that in there, but okay. Yeah, if he gets that out early, he can get that throw, but being that he did not get it off early, if he gets that off early and put a little bit more, but it looks like the defensive Fitzgerald end up getting the pick, and they have sealed the victory for Miami. Yeah, that's a good ass game. That's a good game. So, for the most part, Eric Johnson, how you doing? For the most part, Miami, Texas A&M. They did it. Look, that's a good ass game. Engine, what's going on, pimp? But that's a good freaking game. I didn't expect this score 10-3 coming into it. Keisha, what's good? Yeah, it's a good game, but these quarterbacks were damn awful. Yeah, but this is what happens with like that. Look, during the season when the pressure is on you, man. Like during the season, it's all good. You know they play well, but like when the pressure and these playoffs and these championship games, this is exactly where you start seeing from these damn quarterbacks. Today, the quarterback was just bad on both sides. Um, I expected more out of this, but good God Almighty, this was simple, Mike. The team with the quarterback who had no turnovers won this, no mistakes made. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the quarterback play just wasn't all that great to begin with. Let me see if I can pull up the numbers real quick. Pull up these numbers. I stayed up. I stayed up. Okay, the box scores for Miami. Oh, I just had it. But yeah, you get better quarterback play. I mean, you look at Carson Beck, 14 or 20, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Mark Fletcher, 17 carries. He was on fucking fire, but that offensive line opened up a lot of holes for him today. He had 17 carries for 172 yards, and that was pretty much the difference in the game for Miami. Not Tyler White, but Marcel Reed threw. He had a pretty good game, but those 2 interceptions for him pretty much sealed the fate for Texas A&M. And like I said, you get in these playoffs, man, you can't make mistakes like that. Like Vlad said, Marcel Reed. I mean, the rushing for Texas A&M was just not. And the crazy part about that is, like, you would expect them with a pretty good offensive line to play better than that, but like they couldn't get anything going. They had 721 Ruben Owens. Yeah, they just couldn't get anything going. They had 35 carries, and it looked like the defensive line for Miami just held up. So, I mean, anytime you got the defense versus the offensive line, it's like you seeing it right now. Like I said, Miami just had the most of they had the best offensive line, defensive line. The defensive line dominated the offensive line for Texas A&M. Like I said, they had a pretty good passing yards and passing numbers, but if you can't run the ball, man, and this is me being a Georgia fan, if you can run the ball and you can stop the run, that gives you a head up in this college football playoff. But that was a good freaking game, to be honest, man. They had 3 turnovers in this game. They had no. They had 1 fumble. KC Concepcion a fumble, and then Marcel Reed a fumble. But they did look like they lost one of them. They recovered one and lost. No, they recovered one. They recovered them. And then you look at their sacks numbers. Keontae Scott, 2 sacks. Jacoby Thomas for Miami had a half a sack. Akeem Misador, a sack and a half. But it looked like Texas A&M, Dalton Brooks, he was the only one that had a sack, along with Tyler Oyedem, however the hell you say his name. But look, man, that's what happens when you run the ball. Run the damn ball. All right, so yeah. Georgia is the only serious college football playoff team. I mean, look, if they can run the ball, if you can run the ball, look, man, you give yourself a chance to play. But yeah, today, this game, Miami, is there anything? I don't know what's up What's this? Let me see if something else is on the clock. Because I know at 5 o'clock, you got 5 o'clock game. I'm definitely going to be watching that. So you got Tulane and Ole Miss right now. Tulane and Ole Miss, I think, yeah, I'll be watching that. It's on HBO Max, TNT, yeah, so I don't know if y'all got HBO Max, but that's what it's saying on the ESPN map. That is on TNT, HBO Max. I'll be watching that shortly. But yeah, 7:30. You got James Madison in Oregon. All right, John. Be watching that too. Yeah, it's gonna look like it got some good. Look, this is a good win for football. This is a good. Yeah, this looks like this is a good damn weekend for football. So you get the college football playoffs. You get a couple of games on Saturday for the NFL. Well, like I said, man, you never know. Like you said, you never know. One of these teams just get hot at the right time. It's like the only thing I'm worried about is Georgia. You know, Georgia have been on a good run, decent run, and now I know they get a chance to rest today, this weekend, but they gonna be off about 2 weeks. I think another week. You play on January, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting with Georgia. See if they came out hot for the most part. They got into a rhythm, but now you get that bye week and then you get the rest for a couple of weeks. So they're gonna get a few players back as far as Georgia's concerned. But yeah, man, this gonna be interesting. But there was a good game with Texas A&M Miami, and I'm going to watch the Ole Miss Tulane game as well as James Madison and Oregon. I think that's gonna be a good one. I want to see. I want to see how those games go because I want to see Oregon. I haven't seen a lot of Oregon this year. I know James Madison is an interesting team. Also, definitely want to watch how they perform. But like the college football playoffs and how this is, it's the most dominant of the dominant. So I'm ready to see how that goes. But I'm about to go back to watching this game. There's Oregon. Is it on yet already? Yes, it is on. And it looks like Ole Miss has scored right off the bat. Good God Almighty. Yeah, Tulane look like they about to get their ass spanked. Yeah, so it look like they about to get their ass spanked. Hey, man, one thing about Kirby, you ain't got to worry about Kirby. You ain't got to worry about Kirby getting his guys ready. Like, these guys are like, one thing I do like about Georgia this year that they doing a whole lot more, they running the damn ball. So as long as you got Gunnar Stockton, he can, to be honest with him, like as long as Gunnar Stockton don't turn the ball over, he uses his legs well, he get the ball out, spread the ball around. I'm loving what Zachariah is doing right now. I look, the passing game has been a lot better. I wish that Oscar Depp could be a little bit more dominant at tight end, getting in the ball, but they're doing a good job of just using their tight ends, getting the ball out of their hands, and just managing the clock. So I ain't got nothing to complain about except for Bobo. All right. Look, he doing his job. Y'all look, I tell people all the time, yeah, I may dislike I have a disdain for some people, but I'm not one of these people just gonna be hating on motherfuckers. Right now, Mike Bowl has done exactly what we wanted him to do, and that's just rely on the offensive line, rely on Gunnar Stockton's ability to just get the ball out of his hand and use his legs, and he's done a good job. This is exactly what Georgia football is supposed to look like. So Bobo he's been doing his job, man. Like that's all you want your coach to do. Even if he wants to pass the ball. I don't think Georgia at this particular time has the personnel at their wide receiver position to get it done. And, you know, the offensive line, they got a young offensive line. They still, you know, got a few veteran players here, but like they still got a young team right now. And that's the thing about Georgia. Once these guys start getting it, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But like I said, Bobo been doing his we know he's been doing better than Zach Robinson, okay? We know he's been doing better than Zach Robinson. And like I said, that's all you want from your coaches. Do their damn job. So let me get to this game, man. And we'll be back whenever this Ole Miss Tulane game ends, and I'll get my take on that. I'll probably come around the fourth quarter for the Tulane game. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. This is college football, NFL football, Atlanta Falcons content, is wrestling content. So if you guys love wrestling, we're getting started with the wrestling this month. So hit your subscribe button. Tell people who are wrestling fans to head over to Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network. And that's the bottom line, because Mad Mike said so. Peace.